What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Armchair GM Sports Network, your source for North American sports coverage by sports fans for sports fans. And welcome back to the NHL 20 Ottawa Senators GM Mode Commentary Series. We are here at the beginning of year number 3. We had an incredible offseason with winning the draft lottery, going up all the way from 10 to 1, which was pretty incredible, drafting Ivanov as our a franchise player alongside O'Reilly, who was drafted last year. So we have two big studs up on the team right now in Byfield as well. Guys, so I've decided I'm going to have to be trading two people off the team. I've done some pre-scouting. As you've seen at the end of the last episode, we're trying to work out our bottom pair defensemen. So I did some pre-scouting on who I would like to acquire. There's actually two guys I would like to acquire, which I'll show you guys in a second. But first, I just want to show you guys quickly what I've done. I originally had Schlappick on the trading block, but I worked it out that we could probably trade Valentin Zykov and Formanton instead and keep Byfield, Batherson, and Schlappick together on that fourth line, and hopefully they grow. So we have a lot of players here that are – it's tough. Look, if you look at our top 9 wingers here, like all these players can grow. So – it is going to come down to some hard times ahead, guys. Some people are just going to have to leave the team. Guys like Abramov, for sure. Batherson, maybe if he does grow. If not, maybe Batherson's just a bottom 6 guy. We never know. Like, he's listed as top 6 medium, but maybe he doesn't grow into a top 6 guy, and I'd be fine with keeping him on the bottom 6. Same with Schlappick. I mean, we gave him the money when he was an 83 overall, looking like he was growing with $4 million a year with 3 years left. So I'm hoping he at least grows to a third liner, or else we might have to look at moving this guy. Logan Brown as well. Like, he went up to an 84 overall. This guy might even grow up to an 85 or an 86 or maybe up to an 88, and I have nowhere to put him up here. Like, Duclair's here, Kachuk's here for the long run. Like, these guys are just going to be here on the team. Maurizio O'Reilly, we can't trade. Like, these are the two that are our studs we're building. Like, this right here is our top 6 going forward, unless something happens to White or Strome. The only thing I would consider is getting rid of one of them in place of, obviously, Byfield will eventually get up there. But Logan Brown, remember, this guy actually was a centerman. He has 73 faceoffs. We could actually move this guy back to center, and he could be a centerman for us. So, who knows, guys? Josh Norris, I don't know what to do with this guy. I don't know how far he's going to go. He's also a medium top 6. So, we do have a lot of trading assets, actually, for the future as well. So, I do like our team. As for the defense, Chabot and Brandstrom up to an 84. He's going to have some progression this year for sure, since we are going to have a good year. Look at Deaking, 93 as a defenseman. That's interesting. But his puck skills are amazing. 90 stick checking, 89 shot blocking, 85 defensive awareness. He's really fast. He can move the puck. He can shoot the puck too. Like, this guy is just an all-around awesome offensive defenseman for us, guys, and the future of this team. Same with Chabot, not up to a 91. Gustafsson and Zaitsev. Zaitsev is a guy we might be able to look at moving eventually, and I will show you guys why, as the two guys I'm looking to acquire might even grow to take his spot. And Lejeune and Yaros will probably just be depth guys for us. And as for the goalies, we're still going to rock Robin Lehner back on Ottawa, the team he was drafted by back in 2009, and he's going to finish his career here with the Ottawa Senators. We have him for 6 more years, so hopefully he can give us some good luck there. And we have Elvis Merzlikins, 82 overall backup goalie for 1 year at 1.4, great contract. If he has a good year, I'll look at re-signing this guy, because if he doesn't have a good year, we're okay, because if we go to the AHL, Gustafsson is probably going to grow into a backup goalie by next year, and he's 23 years old. He'll be ready to go, and we'll have a really solid backup goalie going into next year, and he'll have 1 more year at $700,000. So the year to use him will be for next year. Oh yeah, so the AHL. So unfortunately, it does suck. But Bobby Ryan, guys, he's deprogressing a lot, and now look, his potential is an AHL top 6 forward. So we had to burn him down, but I'm going to keep him on the first line in the AHL. I gave him first line minutes. I put him on every first line available that I could put him on, and I'm just going to let him ride out his career, at least within the Senators organization. He'll be the captain down there for the Belleville Senators as he helps grow the young kids, as we see, like Bodine and Gruden, who might grow into centermen for us. Vikers, the #1 guy we're looking at some growth from, and others as well. So, and in the defensive side, I'm looking for a big year out of Lassie Thompson. I didn't want to fix this, and I forgot to. I wanted a big year out of him. Is there any way we could switch for it to... Okay, so that kind of helps a little bit, so I'll just do that for now. Anyways, yeah, so the two players, the two defensemen that I went and pre-scouted that I want in the team to... they both will play together on the same line on the bottom pair, so I'll show you the first one that I'm going to look to acquire. It'll be the tougher one, I think, maybe to acquire, and that is on... let me go down here on the New Jersey Devils, and that is... go to defenseman here. Ty Smith. Now, you look at this guy, 80 overall, 21 years old. I believe he's a two-way defender. 3 years at .895, guys. So this is a kind of a steal that we can acquire this guy, and I'll show you guys why. If you look at his defensive category, 84 overall or 84 defensive awareness, but look at his shot blocking and stick checking, both at 90 with more room to grow since he's only 21 and he's a medium top 4 potential. So this guy could grow into that Zaitsev replacement, and he's already got good all-around stats everywhere else as well, like 90 discipline. That's a huge one. 87 durability. He can shoot the puck. He can move the puck for sure. But again, shot blocking and stick checking are elite stats right there. So that's kind of a steal with that contract. So he's the first guy we're going to look to try to acquire here. So Ty Smith, I believe the more overall or the more trade value is Formanton. So we're giving him a top 6 medium forward. I think this is a pretty fair trade-off here. With Formanton going over to New Jersey, I'm sure he can help grow that team. I mean, look at his puck skill category. We're giving a lot here with this prospect. And if we look at New Jersey's forward core, we know that they have Hishe and Hughes to build around. But winger-wise, they did draft this Raymond guy. Palmieri will eventually get old, and they'll have to get rid of. And then they have the Zingle and Josh Anderson. Not the greatest. Maybe like there's some people that could grow. But maybe they can use other people for trading assets. But Formanton, I think, could be a big help for them. I know they're in the East as well, so it kind of sucks we're trading them to an East team. But I think this is a fair trade, 1-for-1 trade. Let's see if it'll go through. Formanton for Ty Smith. Will it go through? Rejected. Okay, so this might be... I don't want it to be too tough. I don't want to give too much here. I just want to see who they... Is there anybody that we can unload? No, we're going to use Zykov in another trade. No, who is this guy? Sword. Was he? He must have been a pick from this year. He's a medium top 4. When did we pick this guy? 3rd round, medium top 4 defender. I think this guy could be I think we could trade this guy, Graham Sword. It's a lot. It looks like we're gonna have to take something back. Or you know what? Maybe we Sword in the other trade. You know what? Let's scratch that. Scratch Sword. I don't think it's going to take that much more, so let's go to the draft picks. So we have all these picks coming up. So I don't know if this is going to be a year that we're going to make it or not. So I'm like 70% sure. So next year for sure, I think we'll be a good and strong playoff team. So next year, I'm comfortable giving up some draft picks. So let's give up the 3rd round pick for next year in Formanton for Ty Smith. Will it go through? Yes, accepted. So we got Ty Smith on the team, guys. That's, I think, a fair enough trade, and we got an asset there with our bottom 6 pair there. The other guy I want to acquire is from the New York Rangers. I know it sucks, another East team. The defenseman I went and pre-scouted was this guy Lindgren, 81 overall, 23 years old, another medium top 4 potential defenseman. He's making a really good contract, 1.985 for 3 years, so we have this guy locked in for that if we do acquire for him. The other thing I liked is defensive pairing 3, and also all penalty killing lines this guy is good to go on, so that's a huge one for us. And then his stats, 89 stick checking, shot blocking 85, but his defensive awareness 87 overall. So defensive defenseman, I know his offensive stats are gonna lack in that, but look at his defensive category and his physical category are the things we want to look at. So those are huge for us. So I think this guy could help even out the bottom pair defensemen there. So Ryan Lindgren, we'll see if we can acquire him, and I believe we can trade. Yes, so they want that Sword guy, so we'll add him in there. As for the wingers, was it Zykov? I think that might go through this. So we're giving him a defensive prospect, medium top 4 potential, and Zykov as a depth player as well for Ryan Lindgren. Will that go through on its own? No. Okay, so might have to add something else. I don't think there's any. Don't want to give up Gunther. No, any center. This guy's in the CHL. Might be worth something. This Barlage guy. Let's see if we can add this Barlage guy. Will this work? We add this guy, a medium top 9 potential centerman. So will that go through? No. Okay, so let's get rid of that Barlage guy. Goalies. I don't think we signed. No. Okay, we're gonna keep Wrigley. That's our medium elite. That's our future right there. Can't give him up. Yeah, we don't have any other goalie prospects. Draft picks. So we gave up a third for next year already. How about a third for this coming year? So Zykov, Sword, and a third-round pick with here for Ryan Lindgren. Will that go through? Yes, accepted. So there you go, guys. We got 2 defensemen there to round out our bottom pair defense. Let's just put them in the lineup here and see how she goes. Hopefully the negative will go away. I'm hoping that -1 is. Please let it be gone by adding these 2 guys in here. So we'll add Lindgren in first. Go. So already got a 0. So hopefully this adds the plus. Ty Smith. Put him in. And okay, so I'm happy. I would have loved the plus at least, but we got a 0 negative. But one thing I could look at, maybe putting one of these guys already in the top. No, that wouldn't work, and that just wouldn't do anything. Okay, so no. So these guys will just play together down here. I want a defensive defenseman on so if he shoots left, I want him over here. Okay, so Lindgren and Smith there. Gustin, Zaitsev, Branson, and Shabbat. Okay, perfect. So that worked out. And then we'll have to go to roster moves to send some defensemen down. I don't want to keep too many defensemen up. So if we go to defensemen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay, so we'll keep Pillett. And we'll send Yaros and Lajoie down to help maybe the rookies out. So that's that. Do we have an extra 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we do need an extra forward up just in case of injuries. You know what? I might have to sign another forward for depth and injuries, guys. Yeah, it looks like we might have to do that. So let's just get out of here. You know what? Let's just quickly go in here and get a free agent. Someone that can just help out with the depth. Nikita Zadorov. What? Is he a RFA? Yeah, wow. No one signed this guy. I could have just looked here. Maybe we could have had this guy for the bottom pair. Yeah. I mean, he's got good defensive stats. God, this guy is, he works on that line too. I mean, it's basically another Zaitsev. It's not really doing much here. So anyways, UFAs, just a forward that can help out with injuries. This guy, Abe Kubel. Sure. Why not? 1 year, 725. And then, yeah, that should be good. Yeah. This guy, too. How about this? Another center just in case. So, let's offer this guy Gardner. Not Jake Gardner, but our Gardner. All right, so just sign those 2 guys really quickly, and they'll be there for injuries throughout the season. So, guys, look, where team status is hopeful now. I'm hoping for good things this season, some growth out of the rookies, and a big year for the rookies. So, that's what our team's going to look like. So I'm just going to sim up to the deadline. We'll see what our team looks like by then. And then I'll catch you guys at the deadline. So let's just sim on over. All right, guys, we're here at the trade deadline of year number 3. And, yeah, better season so far this year. So as the sim was going, we were actually in first for a while, but we're only 6 points out. It's a really tight Atlantic division. It's curious to see. I haven't looked at anything yet, but it's curious to see how our team is doing. So it looks like Ryan Strom is leading the way with 59 points. We'll start at the forwards. Yep. Oops. Yeah, we'll start at the forwards here, and so we said Ryan Strom leading team. Then we got Colin White at 50. Okay, that's pretty good. So both our centermen are leading the way. It's like I was. Sorry. It's like. It's what I'd like to see is what I'm trying to say. So they're both at 85. Both went up overall. So look at that. 32 goals. Probably leads the team in goals. Valery Ivanov, 48 points in his rookie year. Already at 32 goals. Guys, I told you he was going to be a stud. Look at that. Already up to an 85 overall. Our franchise player, Valery Ivanov. This kid is going to be a stud. He's already at 32 goals. Probably going to finish the year at around 40, maybe 50. Duclair, 46 points. Even Maurizio O'Reilly. 22 goals, 23 assists in his rookie campaign. Good for Maurizio O'Reilly as well. Brady Tkachuk, yikes, on the first line, only 37 points. You know what, guys? You might have to transition him to the second line. This is really... I thought I would see a lot more out of Brady Tkachuk. I'm not sure what to do. You guys let me know. Logan Brown up to an 85 on the third line. This is incredible. He's an 85 overall, but his role is still a third line checking forward. That is incredible, and especially because we got this guy for 2.4 for the next 3 years. Vitaly Abramov, 28 points. That's all right. And then to round out the bottom, everybody else. Quinn Byfield, obviously in the fourth line, he's not going to get a lot of points, but not too bad, up to an 81 overall, so he's going to take a slow build to grow, but that's okay. But that's actually hurtful. Look at the negative category. That's probably what's killing us right now, is that fourth line. We might have to do something, guys, because that does not look good whatsoever. No. Sun's got to give him that fourth line. We might have to make a trade here at the deadline. That's not looking good to get to the playoffs. As for the defense, Chabot leading the way with 49 points. But look at the plus category for Zaitsev and Gustafsson together, man. 28 and 24 points respectively. Branson with only 13 on the first line. Maybe we should probably look at putting him on. I mean, I looked at putting him on the second pair, but guys, like, if Zaitsev and Gustin are doing that great, I don't want to split those guys up. And then Lindgren and Smith are, I mean, decent stats for that last D pairing. So, I mean, negative category I'd like to fix. So this is tough. I don't want to put Gus or Brandstrom all the way down on the bottom pair line. So something to think about there. As for the goalie, both of them are doing all right in save percentage. I think I'd like to have it a little bit more. They're a little bit struggling back there, but that's probably because the fourth line's not helping them out either. Robert Leonard hanging on to that 87 overall. Let's quickly take a look at how our AHL squad's doing. Bobby Ryan leading the team down there, obviously, being the first-line guy. Gruden with 45 points this year. Pretty good out of him. Duke Hewitt, 43 points. Medium top 6 forward, 73 overall. Our draft pick is our first-round pick, actually, in 2020. So him having a good year down there with 26 goals. Vikers with 25 goals. So both our rookies down there having a stellar year. McKay, a guy we picked up to help those guys out, doing as good as well. As for the defense, Hernandez leading the way, 27 points, up to a 76. So this guy grew like 5 overall. So he's having a pretty sweet year down there, Damian Hernandez. Lassie Thompson up to a 73 as well. So he's growing. I'd like to see growth out of him. So we have 2 defensive prospects that are slowly growing down there, and then everyone else. So goalies, let's take a look. Gustafsson, 24 and 9, 920 save percentage. Woo! This guy's definitely going to grow over the offseason and be our backup goalie for next year. Sogard, 71 medium starter. That's okay. All right, so not too shabby. So we're at the trade deadline now. So, yeah, so the problem right now looks like that fourth line needs to be adjusted. Someone's got to trade, and I'm thinking Schlappick just because of that salary he's making that we gave him. So maybe we'll look to get a defensive forward. Let's see what we can do. Let's go through every team here and see what they have on the block. So that's what we'll do. Let's go there, matching the block. All right, so I'm just going to sort this by overall. No forwards off the bat here. We'll move on. I'm not looking to get any big-time forwards because we have our studs in the forward category. Like, I'm not going to go get a Patrice Bergeron or Justin Bailey. There's no need to. We're looking for bottom, like a fourth-line guy that can help us out. Like Marcus Johansson, maybe. How many years do you have left? Okay, 1 year. So Marcus Johansson may be a guy we trade Schlappick for. He's listed as a second-line role player, but, I mean, down there, oh, God, he fits on line 1. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not Marcus Johansson. So let's move on from that. Sabres. Anybody here? No. Calgary Flame. Johnny Gaudreau. Is that Johnny Gaudreau? Why is he an 83? Man, he must have a crappy time there. Oh, man, that's bad. Yeah, wow. I would have said trade for him, but again, like, we're not looking to acquire a big draft pick here, or a big stellar player. Maybe a Nick Baptiste. Not too bad. A fourth line forward with He must be playing higher than the 4th line right now. Might look at acquiring him. Or maybe we bring up someone. You know what? Maybe instead of trading, we bring in someone from within. Is there someone down there maybe in the AHL that we can bring up and scratch like a guy like Schlapping and maybe wait for the offseason to move him? Let's go to the AHL. Oops. Okay, so maybe we bring up Bobby Ryan. You know, maybe Bobby Ryan can help out that 4th line. Or do we bring up a Mikheyev? Look at the stats. I mean, Bobby Ryan's got the better defensive stats, not by much. Or maybe McCarron. Does McCarron fit if we bring him up? No, not really. I'm not going to bring up Vikers or Hewitt just yet. So it's either Bobby. You know, I'm going to just because Bobby Ryan's Bobby Ryan. You know, if we make the playoffs, I'd love to have him hit one more playoff run. Let's look to bring up Bobby Ryan. So we're just going to go to options. Going to go to roster moves. And Schlappig, we should be able to. If someone claims Schlappig, I'll be happy. But he has to go through waivers. I don't think anyone is going to claim him with that salary. And we'll bring up Bobby Ryan. He's a right winger. Yeah, Bobby Ryan. Welcome back up to the Senators. You're eligible. Yeah. Will someone pick him up? Oh, Schlappig got off the team. All right, perfect. So we got rid of some salary there, guys. I'm okay with that. Maybe we could have gotten a pick for him, but that's okay. But someone was able to claim Schlappig. That's all right. I'm happy. Let's move Mikheyev up here. Let's move Balcers up here. Actually, no, let's move McCarron up there. Yeah, whatever. McCarron up there. And Schwartz up here. And we'll just put in somebody. Do we have anybody? Yeah, this guy. This guy could probably play up more. There we go. All right. It's going to make us do all this nonsense. Mikheyev. Yeah, McCarron. Let's put one of our rookies here. Let's put Hewitt, the sniper. All right, back to the NHL here. All right, so we got to put in Bobby Ryan making his return to the starting lineup here, and he's going to be rocking that 4th line. Look at that, he's even a +1 with Batherson and Byfield. Hopefully that helps them out. Unless we did something like this where we moved Byfield up, but Byfield still listed as a depth, and Norris is still a 3rd line, so don't want to do that. But the one thing is here, do we do something like this and move Logan Brown up? Because Mauricio, you know, I know, because he's probably helping Ivanov get that 32 goals. Like, that's insane. And Duclair's up to an 86. Look at that. That's just... I don't know what to do here. You know what? Like, I don't want to do anything in the top 6 because they're doing really well right now. So I think we're going to keep everything like this. Yeah, I think we're going to keep everything the same here. If it still looks like we're starting to lose, maybe we'll move Byfield up and switch with Norris. I think that's what we'll do. All right, so that's fine. We're not going to make any transactions here at the deadline, guys. We're probably going to make the playoffs, even maybe fight for that last playoff spot. But if you look at the Atlantic, it's pretty tight between the Lightning, Maple Leafs, Red Wings, and Senators. So it looks like we actually might make the playoffs. If the Canadiens and Bruins keep losing, we're going to make the playoffs. So this is going to be our first year going into the playoffs, year 3 in this rebuild for the Senators. So let's just see where we finish. Let's sim all the way to the end of the season and see what happens here. So, you know what, guys? I'm very happy with how this rebuild has gone. I'm happy with the rookies that have progressed through this year, especially our prospect, our franchise player Ivanov, who's just had a stellar year up to that trade deadline, and all the growth we've had on this team. I'm looking forward to the future here, and hopefully we can get into a playoff spot so we can get the rookies some playoff experience. I'm not looking to go. I don't think we're going to go far, but I think getting some good playoff experience for the kids is a good thing. So we'll see what happens. I mean, look, we're losing a bunch of games here. You know, maybe they stop the simulation here because that's a lot of losses in a row. That's terrible. Something's going on. We're in a bad losing streak. We're at the wrong time, right at the end of the season. So maybe if we, just for the last couple of games, we do what I thought would help. If we go in here. Oh, man, Abramov's dropping hard. That's probably the problem right there. Why is he dropping so much on the 3rd line? And even Brown dropping off. And even O'Reilly. What is going on? Everyone's dropping. So I might have to make a move here. Just until the end of the season, I'll move Brown up here. Maybe this will work. You know, do some line shuffling. player. You know what? Let's move Ivanov to the first line. Oh, that won't do anything. Let's do anything. No. Okay, so we'll do some line shuffling there. Hopefully that does something. Maybe we'll move Ty Smith up into here. We'll see if that does anything. Yeah, and see what happens by the end of the season. So I did a couple of line shuffles there. Hopefully that re-sparks the team here, because that's a big losing streak. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game losing streak with only 3 games left here. So let's finish off on a 3-game winning streak here, guys. Come on. Get us into those playoffs. Okay, there's a 5-4 win over Columbus. Could we win against the Philadelphia Flyers? No, we lose 3-1. And we win against the New York Rangers. So we definitely made the playoffs. So it looks like we're going to make the playoffs here, guys, in year number 3. Let me just simulate one day and make sure it's official. And we'll get into the end of the season wrap-up here. Just going to forward a couple of days here. And actually, one thing I noticed is that we didn't have a lot of injuries this year. I think which actually, there's only one. I believe there's only one injury, I think. I trying to remember from what I was just simming a couple minutes ago. But anyways, guys, we didn't make the playoffs? What? Did we just miss the playoffs? I thought we were in a for sure playoff spot. Was it the wild card that we just missed it by? Oh, wow, yeah. We just missed the playoffs. Look at that. So with 87 points, let's go look at the Metropolitan. Okay, yeah, the Metropolitan was very strong. So they're your wild card teams, the Flyers and the Islanders, with 96 and 98 points respectively. Yeah, okay, so we missed the playoffs by a bit. So, oh well, you know, I mean, we got close. We got close. I think we had a pretty good year. It's a better year than last year. We're one more step away, guys, from making those playoffs. But a pretty good year. I mean, Ryan Strome, 78 points. That is, I'm pretty sure that is his career high now on the team. Yeah, big year for Ryan Strome, looking like our #1 center going forward here. Even Colin White proving that he's a reliable second line center. This is his career high as well with points, 60 points. Anthony Duclair, 59 points. Ivanov, 38 goals as a rookie, 55 points. That is a huge first year for the kid. Probably going to win the Calder. We'll have to check that out. Maurizio O'Reilly, too. Pretty good end of the season. Tkachuk, 47 points. You know, guys, I don't know if it's going to be a time we look to move on from Tkachuk, because I'd love to see more production out of him, or maybe it's time to move him down to the second line and see if we can get some stuff out of him. Logan Brown, 39 points. Vitaly Abramov, 34. And we just take a look at the stats rounding out the bottom here. Byfield with 10 goals, 5 assists in his first year. That is okay. Nothing Calder-like, but that's okay. He will grow. And then Bobby Ryan finishing the year with 2 goals, 1 assist on the bring up. Yeah, look at that. He went up to an 80 overall just from the end of the year. Take a look at the AHL right now really quickly. Duke Hewitt up to 54 points. He's having a stellar year in the AHL. Same with Vikers at 44 points. So, yeah. So, I guess I thought we were going to make the playoffs, guys. We didn't. But that's okay. We're going to go into the year 3 offseason and building upon this team. Not by too much, because we have already the pieces in place. Maybe we'll focus maybe on the back end. I think we'll have to take a look at that. Oh, yeah, that's the one thing. We didn't take a look at the goalie stats. I wanted to see how the goalies did this year. So let's see how Merzlikins did as our backup. Oh, my God, these stupid menus. All right, so Merzlikins 11-10. Both of them not the greatest save percentage or goals against average. That's really tough to look at. Gustafson down there. Yeah, he's already a 79. This guy's going to grow into our backup goalie, so we're not going to re-sign Merzlikins. So Merzlikins will be gone, and then Gustafson will be our backup goalie next year. Hopefully that helps out, and we'll do something with the defensive end and the 4th line to help those goalies out. But, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know what you guys think down below, what we might do or what we should do through year 3 offseason. That's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. Catch you guys next time. My name is Kyle. On behalf of the Armchair GM Sports Network, your source for North American sports coverage by sports fans, for sports fans. I'll see you guys later.